Hello and welcome to the 8th green at Trump International. I'm going to talk a little bit today about three key elements when you're putting in windy conditions on large links greens. Number one is stability. Without it you can't really generate a consistent stroke and contact. Second thing we're chatting about is the rhythm of the stroke and how the wind can affect that. And lastly, distance control in these sort of inclement conditions. But initially, stability is the king. So if this were my normal setup, for example, ball inside the left heel, little bit of weight to the left, comfortably balanced, I'm going to want to be more stable than that. So I'm going to go a little wider and keep the ball position of the left heel for me, and I'm going to get a little more weight to the left side, and it typically locks me up. So the more I can build stability in the address, the easier it is to maintain that whilst I'm stroking. So a good idea to check stability, and we like checks and measures of this stuff, is to take one of your alignment sticks and you pop it through the belt buckles, belt loops of the trousers. I can see the end of it, and if I'm going to start to see this move around, that's not so good. If I can see it keep still, okay, that's moving tiny bit. That means my shoulders are working from a very stable base, supported by my head not moving too much. And that's a really good guide to lock everything down. So I've got the wider stance, the weight's a little more left. I feel like my lower half's nice and still, head still, keeps the shoulders working, keeps the arc consistent. I've got a good chance in really windy conditions of generating a nice relaxed pace, nice and stable in my lower half, and I've got a good chance of repeating and striking the ball as I'd like to. If you do the same, you're going to play better and putt better. Okay, so the next thing to talk about is the rhythm of the stroke. So number one, you've got to be able to identify your normal rhythm. So you can do that in the hotel bedroom or you're back at your golf club when it's nice and calm and warm. So for example, I might want to take my back, and as I take it back I'm going to say one, and when I'm going to add maybe something in there. So the takeaway is one, so it's 1 and 2. So for me, one is take one, tiny pause, and 2. Now when it's really windy and cold, if you've got that in the background, you know what to do, you know how to repeat it. Not going to go 1, 2, I've got 1 and 2. 1 and 2, so I've got that baby pause in my mind at least. Nice and balanced, positive balance left, stable head, 1 and 2, then let it go. So I didn't change it, and I'm more like to putt as I typically would, and that's going to help my scoring. Links greens tend to be quite large, and there's no exception here at Trump International. So very straightforward drill. We've got 3 T-pegs at the back of the hole. They're actually the length of my putter, 33 inches. And I've got 6 balls here, as you can see. And that's 5 paces, 7, 9, 11, out to 15 paces. So I've pretty much got 15 to 45 feet. The goal is to see how many balls I can get into that gap, either in the hole, past the hole, but not past the T-pegs. And you can score this if you want. You can give yourself 3 points for holding out, 1 for getting it in the gap, -1 if you're short, -1 if you're long past the tees. The one thing that's really nice about this drill is it teaches you to not leave anything short, he said, hopefully. Okay, that's got me a point, which is nice. Now I've got to make a relatively quick adjustment, adding tiny bits of speed in this process. Does it feel the same? Has that gone? Not too bad. Still in there. And so if I was to get 4 in there on a green I'm not familiar with, I'd be pretty happy. 6 would be crazy. 4, quite happy. Oh, that could be short. Misstruck it. Oh, and the greens are making this look easy. The greens are just perfect. And the last one, 15 paces, that's shy, but decent putt, I'm happy with that. And even the ones that finish short, pretty good, you know, I'm not going to miss from 12 inches or whatever that is. I think I've boomed it, I think that too hard, I think. Oh no, happy, really happy with that. So remember, if you're finding downhill putts difficult, use it downhill. Uphill putts, use it uphill. And you'll find, you know, scoring gets stabilised. Yeah, you enjoy yourself more and you're going to putt better, lower scores.